Hey folks, Michael Huggins here. Wanted to take a minute and share and answer a couple questions. A lot of people have been asking me, how on earth did I change the trajectory of my life? What actually happened and how did it all transpire? Because knowing where I was 10 years ago and where I am now, it is so unrecognizable. So people were asking, and I wanted to just share a little bit about the steps and what happened to me. One of the first things that really happened was I had uh, the most frustration I had ever had. After working for years and years trying to pay off student loan debt, trying to just pay my bills, trying to be an adult in this world, I had 2 full-time jobs. I was working 70 hours a week, never saw my wife, never had any fun. Every single dollar went to debt. I ended up living in my girlfriend's mom's unfinished basement. I was riding my bike to work. I couldn't afford a car. I was eating 1 meal a day. I was so frustrated. How did it all turn around? Well, the first thing I did was I decided I do not want to live like this ever again. I got so frustrated and fed up that there was a change that just needed to happen. The second thing is I decided I needed to become a business owner. I needed to switch how I was thinking. But what business? What do I get into? What do I start? All I knew was how to turn wrenches. I was working at Jiffy Lube doing 30, 40, 50 oil changes a day. And so what kind of business and how do I actually get ahead? Someone suggested to me, get into real estate investing. Start to learn how to control property and raise capital and start creating some cash flow for yourself. Not only that, but then you can also get a lot of tax benefits and so many other advantages that come from owning real estate. Now, I had a 500 credit score. I was raised in an apartment building. I was living in a basement. I never knew the process of how to buy houses. Luckily, I got introduced to an amazing community of real estate investors. The group is called Renatus. They're out of Utah. And as I started to show up to these workshops, show up to these events, started going to the house tours, started listening to the investors that were actually making more money in a month than I was making all year. You know, when somebody like that starts talking, you better listen. So I started showing up, started taking the advice and taking steps and taking action and knocking on doors and calling sellers. And within 3 months of deciding I'm going to be a real estate investor, I got my first property under contract. That deal, when it closed, I actually made more profit on that deal than my entire year at a job. So I quit. I quit that job. The next month, we closed on another deal. I quit the second job. The next month, closed on another deal, started paying back debt. Oh, it felt great. So much has changed for me. I've now been able to do fix and flip, short sales, lease options, seller finance notes, wholesaling, tax liens, long-term rentals, short-term rentals, and now we're doing some big land development deals. I'm actually out here on our big project site right now. It's 265 acres, and I am really excited about what we're going to be building. If it wasn't for this group, if it wasn't for this community, I have no idea where I would be. So I want to share this message and let you know that there are communities out there. There are people out there that are interested in seeing you succeed and have your best interest in mind. And so if you're frustrated or you're feeling like, man, how do I make things change for me? Find a community and get into real estate investing. There's so much opportunity out there, especially with what's coming up over the next year or so, with foreclosures and short sales and motivated sellers, and just a way to create a win-win between people who can't afford their houses anymore and you and the banks, and being able to prosper while solving problems. That's what it comes down to. I learned how to solve real estate problems for a profit, and it absolutely changed my life. I learned how to run a business, and instead of being the contractor, I became the CEO. The CEO mindset is what changed everything for me, and I've been helping people for the last 10, 11 years do that same thing, get those same benefits of the CEO mindset. The people around me, the ideas that I found and then took action on, revolutionized my life. I can't believe, looking back at what I was settling for is what I called a life. I'm so grateful for this opportunity and this possibility inside real estate investing. I hope a lot of people can get into this because it's amazing. You get to solve problems, you get to make money, you get to make people happy, you get to control your lifestyle. You don't have to report to a boss. I haven't had a boss in 10 years. I love it. I have the control, the time freedom, and most of all, a bright future where I know where I'm going. I'm not being held to any sort of restriction around my income because of some boss or amount of hours that I need to clock in and clock out. It's all up to me. because of this community, because of this process, I am in control. So I hope you can get that same control. It does take work. It does take action. You cannot let your fears stop you. And one way it was pointed to me was, look, you can make money or you can make excuses, but not both. It's your choice. So with that, I wanted to share this message with you and inspire you to get off the couch, face your fears, and chase your dreams. It's Michael Huggins signing off.